So you're getting married and you have decided to hire a DJ for your wedding. Great choice. Before you start reaching out to your prospective DJs, however, there are a few bits of information that you will want to have put together. Hey friends, it's Franco here with Show Me Sound, bringing you another video full of tips when it comes to planning your wedding. Today, we are talking about some of the information that you'll want to have together before you start shopping for your ideal wedding DJ. So this first part might be a little bit obvious, but typically it's pretty important that you have a date picked out before you start contacting your DJs, because obviously if there's a specific DJ you want to hire, you do want to make sure that they are available on your wedding date. The next bit of critical information, of course, will be where you are actually getting married. Not only is this important because your DJ needs to know where to go on your big day, but also where you're getting married can actually impact what equipment needs to be provided to handle everything properly. For example, if you have an outdoors wedding, perhaps your ceremony is outdoors, you need to make sure that your DJ is aware of this so they can provide necessary extension cables to access power, or in some instances, if they need to bring battery powered equipment to facilitate that. All of that is important information when figuring out not only which DJ you can go with, but also what equipment they need to provide to give you an amazing experience. It is helpful if your DJ has actually worked at your venue before, because they will be able to give you a better idea of maybe the equipment that they would recommend for the application in that particular room. They'll also have a better idea of where they need to go to access power. They can give you recommendations on actually how to set up the layout of the room. All of these things are definitely beneficial when you are shopping for the best DJ for your wedding. While we are on the topic of venues, it's also important to make sure to have this information before contacting DJs, because you want to make sure that your venue is located within their travel distance, or if there will be extra fees charged for traveling to your venue if it is further away from the territory that they normally operate in. Another bit of information that is helpful to have a general idea of before you start contacting your DJ is how many hours of service you're looking to hire them for. That being said, personally, I have started a number of contracts with a more conservative estimate of how much time the couple thinks they will need. And then of course, there's room to adjust as we get closer to the date and as planning develops. But making sure that you have that flexibility beforehand when you go hire your DJ is very important, especially if you're considering signing a contract. You don't want to be necessarily stuck in a situation that isn't flexible as the date gets closer, because of course a lot of plans are still going to develop in the months leading up to your wedding. One last piece of information that may require a little bit of guidance from your DJ or DJs as you're talking to a few different prospects is the kind of equipment that will be required to actually get the job done well. Again, this is not something that you should be expected to know, but a simple way to think about things is if you want sound coverage in multiple areas, for instance, ceremony outside, reception inside, or let's say you have a cocktail hour in a different room inside of the venue, it's important to know this information because this is going to require more sound systems spread out throughout the territory to make sure all of your guests can hear everything at the right moments in the right locations. Beyond sound coverage, other equipment considerations could consist of different lighting applications. If you want lighting for your dance floor, or if you want uplighting around the venue, these are all conversations that you should definitely have with your DJ as you're discussing the options that they have available for your wedding. So in conclusion, these are some of the larger points that you'll want to consider before you start reaching out to DJs to not only get a contract put together, but to give you a better idea or a more accurate price quote when you are shopping different wedding DJ options. Of course, there are plenty of other things to consider when you are hiring a DJ for your wedding, but hopefully these points of consideration get you a little bit closer to landing your ideal DJ for potentially the biggest day of your life. Do you have any wedding related questions that you would like answered in a future video? If so, please drop them in the comments below. And of course, if you know anyone that might find this video helpful, feel free to share it with them. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch the video, and I will see you next time. Peace.